The I-Team following threats of violence being made online. Now, those planned armed events leading up to Inauguration Day, they never materialized, but still, the concerns about them were very real. The I-Team's David Charnes joining us now. And David, I know you talked exclusively with the head of the FBI here in the Valley.
Yeah, Denise, local and federal police remain on alert, and they need your help. The head of the FBI here in the Valley says most of the tips his agency looks into actually start when we see something odd and pick up the phone.
Let us take a look at it. Let us make an evaluation.
See something, say something. We've heard it since 9/11. Now FBI Special Agent in Charge Aaron Rouse says your eyes are his team's ears to what's happening online.
When you turn to violence, you've lost any kind of legitimacy to whatever cause you may be supporting.
The FBI has arrested more than 100 people since the Washington, D.C. Capitol riot 2 weeks ago. The agency receiving tips from friends and family of many of those arrested. But before something happens, what does it take for the FBI to step in?
When you turn to violence, when you turn to destruction, that's when your First Amendment privileges stop. And you no longer are a protester, now you're a criminal.
The I-Team confirms the FBI was forwarded to local cases. The Nye County Republican Party chair's letter posted after the riot, citing unproven claims of voter fraud and that, quote, the next 12 days will be something to tell the grandchildren. It's 1776 all over again. The chair now asking for donations to a legal defense fund. And just last week, the I-Team reported on a website, also out of Nye County, called Trump's Army. It offered a free 4-day defensive handgun course at the Frontsight Firearms Training Institute if you signed up for a newsletter about election fraud. Since the I-Team's report last week, the site was scrubbed. Rouse wouldn't talk specifics, but said there's always a discussion about what goes too far.
If somebody is advocating actual violence against somebody else, that's when they've crossed the line.
Now, Rouse would not say if his office is actually pursuing any action in those Nye County cases, but we did confirm with local authorities in Nye County that both the letter and the website were forwarded to the federal agency. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now. Denise?
All right, good work, David. Did Rouse say if maybe the FBI has just been overwhelmed with all kinds of tips about maybe people's behavior online?
Well, we didn't get a number from him, but he did say he'd rather get 1,000 phone calls or online tips that go anywhere than miss that one tip that could prevent something awful from happening. And just in case you don't know, the number for the FBI and calling in a tip is really easy to remember. It is 1-800-CALL-FBI.